Good afternoon, everyone. I am Hisham Haddad, professor of computer science from the College of Computing and Software Engineering. I'm glad to be part of this event today, and I'll give you a brief overview of our CS program. But I would like to start by giving you a quick overview of the college itself. The College of Computing and Software Engineering is a new college. It's 4, 5, 6 years old on the Marietta campus, and we have been experiencing a large growth in students, and that now we are approaching about 4,000 students, close to 4,000 students. And with that puts us as the second largest college on the Marietta campus and as the fifth largest college on the Kennesaw system. We have more than 80 full-time faculty and staff member, and the college focus on both teaching and research, and both are equally important for us as a college and as departments. Students clubs in the college, we have about 7 of those, and the college is very active in the professional community in different forms and shapes, and we'll talk about those when we talk about internships. Just why computing? We'll just give you an idea, kind of a big picture of why, because the jobs are there. Based on some recent statistics, as you see on the screen here, 58% of the new jobs in STEM are actually in computing. However, only 8% of the graduates are in computing. So what that tells us is that there are more jobs in computing than graduate to fill these jobs. The other also interesting point to point out is that the computing related jobs are becoming like the #1 source of new wages in the US household. And at any given point in time, you can find close to 500,000 current openings in computing throughout the 50 states and in various industries. And the projected future is that the growth of these computing related jobs is going to actually exceed and maybe twice the rate of all other jobs that exist. So there are a lot of opportunities here in computing for you as students coming to college to consider the computing area for your future career. Now, the college has 4 departments, as you see on the screen here, with computer science, the data science and analytics, information technology, and software engineering and game design. And I'm going to be focusing on the computer science undergraduate program. Throughout all these 4 departments, we have a number of degree programs that we offer. As you see here, we have 6 undergraduate bachelor degrees from computer science, game design, IT, software engineering, cyber technology, and also we have 5 graduate or master programs in these areas. Also, we have the PhD in data science and analytics, and also we have a whole host of certificate programs and minor programs in these coming out of these 4 departments. At the bottom of the screen here, I'm just want to say a couple words about what we call the Double Owl. The Double Owl is a program where the students who are interested in continuing into a master's program in the college, they would have an opportunity to pick 3 courses or 12 credit hours at the graduate level, take these courses while they are doing or finishing their undergraduate degree, and count these 12 hours or 3 courses toward their undergraduate as well as toward their graduate degree. So for example, if you are a CS major and you said, I want to do a master in software engineering, then you would do, through this OWL program, you would pick 3 courses from software engineering that has been designated for this initiative, for this program. You complete these courses as an undergraduate students, and when you go to the master's in software engineering, these 3 courses will be counted toward your degree. So if your degree, for example, requires 30 credit hours, the master's degree, then actually what you need after you finish your bachelor is only 18 credit hours to finish that degree. So that's a good deal for students, and it saves you time and money. And of course, it gives you a faster path to go from your bachelor to your master degree. So this is something, and the URL here will provide some additional details in terms of the different pathways that this Double Owl provides. Okay, now let's focus on the the CS program. The CS program, just a few highlights about it. Our CS program is accredited by ABACT, which is an agency that accredits engineering and technology programs. It's a traditional computer science program focused on design and implementation of software applications. However, because we have a wide range of expertise in the department represented by the faculty, what we do, the recent changes we made to the program is to reflect these expertise in the type of courses we offer. So we try to kind of group the areas where the program emphasizes into these three major areas: AI and robotics, data science, and cybersecurity and networking. Math is a key component of the undergraduate computer science program, and you're going to see a few of the courses that required math courses and statistics that we require CS major to take, because without math you can't do computer science and you can't go further. As far as what happens when you finish a degree in computer science, you have a wide range of jobs and opportunities in CS and IT, and you can have a variety of what we call them positions or job titles, and I listed a few of those on the screen. So you can be joining a company as a software developer or a software engineer or a consultant or IT specialist or program analyst and so forth. And also, if you are interested in not going to the workforce after graduation, but you want to continue your graduate work into master and maybe a PhD, the CS program is designed to help you in that direction. So it will prepare you for other graduate programs, whether at KSU or outside KSU. Now, let me just start by what we call the gateway. The gateway is basically these 4 courses, 8 credit hours, that every student who comes to the College of Computing has to go through before he or she can be associated or select a degree program or a department. And these are what we call Programming 1, Programming 2, and you're going to see those listed in Area F in a minute here. But basically, what you come in here, the first 2 courses you take are Programming Principles. You focus on problem solving, critical thinking, and developing code, designing and developing code, and implementing that in the labs. So each of these courses has a lecture course and it has a lab course, and you have to make sure that you're serious about coming into computing. We want to make sure that you actually do well in these courses, so we require you to earn a grade of B or better in all these 4 courses to be able to continue to the CS program or other programs in the college. So what is the breakdown of the hours that a student come in for the CS program? The general education core curriculum, this is something that we don't have control over it. It's decided by the university. Every student who come to KSU goes through these 42 hours to complete them. Now, your actual work with computer science starts in the lower division major requirement, what we call Area F, and that's when you do your Programming 1, Programming 2. You take a couple math courses, you take a technical writing, and that would fulfill these 18 credit hours. Once you fulfill the lower division majors, you come in and you start working on the core requirement for the CS program, and that's required. I'll show you that in a minute. The courses involved. So there are 40 credit hours you have to complete there. Then also part of the program, you have an option to drill deep into certain areas or gain certain knowledge that may not be covered in the major core requirements, and that's when we give you these 15 credit electives area or concentration area that allow you to achieve that desire and gain more knowledge on a specific area. And the free elective area, which is the 5 credit, basically this is taking any course that offer at KSU will be counted toward the free elective. So let's go ahead and look at the 3 major areas, the lower division, major core, and the electives here. So if you look at, this is our Area F or lower division requirements. As I mentioned earlier, you have to come through the gate. That is the 1321, 1322 and their labs. You have to finish Calculus 2. You have to do discrete math for CS major, and you have to do a technical writing. So these are the 18 credit hours you have to complete to meet this specific segment of the program. Now, once you complete that, you start taking the major courses in the core, and that would include data structures, operating system, data communication. These are the basic, or what we call the foundation courses that every CS major has to have this background and knowledge. So these 40 credit hours kind of the basis and the foundation for other courses in the program. And that also includes software engineering. For example, you take linear algebra, you take professional ethics, you can take senior project, of course, that's required for the CS majors, and other courses. So since these courses are required for all students, some students ask, what if I want to take courses in other areas that are not covered by it? Well, that's where the electives come in play here. So the elective is 15 credit hours or 5 courses. You can pick that from any 3,000, 4,000 level courses, or you may go outside the department, as you see on the screen, and pick some of these software engineering courses. So there is some flexibility for you to pick any courses you want to fulfill this requirement. What recently we did, we noticed that based on the expertise of the faculty and the courses we offer, we try to customize some of these specialty areas and what we call them concentration. So what we came up with is 3 different concentration areas that student can pick one of these areas and complete one of them in lieu of the 15 credit or electives. So in this, if you follow this path to get a concentration, you have to do 12 credit required, and you have to do 3 electives from a list. And if each of these concentration areas, AI, data science, and cyber and network security, has its own list of courses that would provide you with in-depth knowledge and skills in these specific areas. So let's look at these areas here. For example, if you came into the AI or artificial intelligence concentration area, we require you to take these 4 courses: artificial intelligence, machine learning, machine vision, natural language processing, and you pick one of the courses in the green box here, and that would fulfill this area. If you're coming into, let's say, data science, then you're going to work with courses or take courses that has to deal with data. So you can big data analytics, for example, data mining, information retrieval, high performance computing, and parallel programming. All these courses are related to how you process and manipulate and deal with and analyze large sets of data. And of course, you pick one of these courses on this side here to fulfill the 15 credit hours. And the third area, which is the cyber and network security concentration, what you do is you take one of these 4 areas, could be cryptography, software security, could be computer networks, and computer network security. And you pick one of these courses in the green box to fulfill the last course for this area. So that will allow you to pick one of these kind of pre-customized areas of interest, or you can customize your own area by selecting any courses up to 15 hours to meet this requirement. So there's a flexibility for you to select these courses. Let me just talk a little bit about the honors. The KSU has what's called the Honors College, and students admitted into the college could be in any major throughout the campus. So if you happen to be a CS major and you admitted to the Honors College, then you can take honors or graduate with honors in CS by completing these courses. So notice that the H after the designation, this is mean an honor course: data structure, computer architecture, algorithm analysis, these honor courses. And you take, so there's a 12 credit hours. And then you take 2 or 6 or 8 more credit hours from these 3 areas. Could be the programming or the programming principle courses, could be the senior project or the special topic, or could be some graduate courses at 6,000 level or higher in an honor. So that will give you or allow you to meet the requirements for the honors college. What if you're not a CS major? Well, that's fine. If you're not a CS major, you are in the honors college and you said, I want to do a CS honor. You can do that. What we did here, you take these 9 credit hours as a non-CS major, you take those credit hours and you pick any of these 4 options on this side with 6 credit hours, and that will give you an honor CS minor as you graduate. And as you see here, the difference between this and the CS major honor is that the flexibility here. The flexibility here allows you to take courses from the honors college, that's the first bullet here, or you can take any honor sections of courses offered from our college or from the engineering college, engineering and technology college. Also, you can take any independent study or special topic courses that are 3,000 level or higher, or actually you can take any double OWL courses that are designated for the double OWL initiative and use those courses toward towards the honors CS minor. Now, the other option also is for those students who are in some other majors and they are not in the honor college, but they said, well, let's say I'm in math, I want to take some computer science. Well, you come in here to the CS and you get a CS minor, and that would be including the programming principle, these 8 credit hours here, including and the data structure. So that'll give you 11 credit hours. And then you pick additional courses at the 3,000 or 4,000 level courses, CS courses, to complete the other 6 credits. So that will give you 15 credit hours. And if you intend to continue into the master's program in CS, we would recommend you to take specific courses. These courses, the computer organization and architecture and the algorithm analysis, to take these courses to meet these 6 credit hours here. The reason for that, because these 2 courses are prerequisite for the 6,000 level courses in the master program. So you don't have to take additional courses to be able to transition into the master's program. So that's kind of the overall level, high level structure of the program. With regard to research, CS department faculty are very active in research and in their own respective areas. And there's a variety or wide range of areas that faculty do research. And so what we try to do here or show you is that we divide those research areas into 4 clusters. And the first cluster is an AI or artificial intelligence. This area would include machine vision, natural programming languages, deep learning, AI itself. And currently our faculty have secured over $500,000 in funding, external funding in this area based on their research and their work with the student, graduate and undergraduate. The second cluster is data science, and that has to do with working with data sets in terms of analysis and so forth. So the areas here, as you see, wide in terms of big data analytics or data mining or graph algorithms, or could be high performance. So there are different areas under this cluster. And within this area, faculty have secured $250,000 of external funding. The third cluster is this cybersecurity and networking. Cybersecurity and networking is becoming a famous area in terms of research because of its needs in the real world. And that could focus on different areas, including IoT, for example, or physical systems or computer networks. And faculty working in these areas have also been active in writing grants and proposals and have secured $275,000 in funding. And the last area is in biomedical and robotics. Faculty, and mainly most of our faculty who are in this area, they actually work on autonomous vehicles, that's what we call autonomous systems, and medical robotics. And in that area, faculty have secured, as you see, it's close to $380,000 in funding. So research is important for the computer science department for a simple reason. We want to make sure that our CS faculty are up to date on their knowledge and background so they can reflect that in their teaching in the undergraduate program. So when you go to a course on cybersecurity or a course on data mining or a course on AI, then the faculty presenting you as an undergraduate major, presenting you with the current state of the art and what's currently happening in that area. So we value research as a vehicle for us to provide high quality undergraduate education. And the partnership side of it has to do with how do we as a college and at the department, we partner with the outside entities and mainly the industry. And it takes mainly the form of internship. Students required to do senior project, and some students required in some program required to do internship. So what we do under the internship partnership, we try to match students with companies who have projects where students can go and work as interns on certain projects. Sometimes we actually have companies who sponsor projects where students taking the senior project in computer science or other degree programs to work on these projects under the supervision of that company or people in that company. So these are the kind of partnership we build with the industry in the area to make sure our students is exposed to real life experience in computer science development and application development, and also to help the students to get a foot in the door when it comes to jobs. So in fact, in CS, most of our students, by the time they reach the senior project, and that's their senior year, most of them already got jobs. So it's a very, very beneficial partnership that we find for students to be able to transition smoothly into the industry. This slide just shows you what kind of companies that our students have joined after they graduated, and there's a long list, and this is a partial list of that. But you see, our students have in CS, our CS majors have joined a wide range of different companies to do whatever skills and expertise they develop while they are in the undergraduate program. And that brings my presentation to an end. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to entertain them. I know, see any questions about the CS program? I know Sandra gonna handle the chat. No questions? Let me see if I can add more. Some of you may wonder about the gate requirement. I'm just going to go back here. This gate requirement, this is basically, it's just to expose you to the first 2 programming courses. And we know some students come from high school with programming background, so that's a plus for them. So you can use those skills to to build on what you have in these courses and succeed before you come into the CS major or other majors in the college. So, and kind of a summary at the end here is just to quickly, it's all about jobs. When you come to the CS department, the main goal is to make sure that when you finish, you are ready for the job market, and in most cases you already have job before you leave. So that's our goal for our students. Are there any questions?